Hey, what's up, Twitchland? What's up, the internets and YouTubes? We are going to play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. It's Friday night, March 19th, 2 days after St. Patrick's Day, and we're all done with green beer. All done with it. And tonight we're going to be playing Empire of the Ghouls. We're on session 12, and our illustrious DM tonight is DM Maticuri. Take it away, Matt.
All right. Welcome to Empire of the Ghouls. It's been, we're on, as Drake said, we're on session 12. It's hard to believe we've been at this for 6 months. Um, Time flies. Playing every other week. We started October 2nd of last year.
Wow.
So, Empire of the Ghouls, this is a Midgard setting adventure made by Kobold Press. And as always, we're using Fantasy Grounds Unity and for our virtual tabletop, and Sirenscape for all of the audio awesomeness that's included. So last time you guys you came across this group of a Darakul and a Ghoul and some humans, and they were eating a dwarf there in the middle of the road, feeding on it. You killed them all, and on the body of the Darakul that you killed, you found this little piece of parchment paper showing an image that of some guy. You don't know who it is, but he kind of looks Krakovan. And you visited his widow at a nearby village of Stromberg, and then you proceeded on to Grisol. As you neared the Black Canton of Grisol, if you remember, the Grisol is a dwarven keep that is right near the border between the dwarven region, the cantons, and Doresh, which is the portion of the Blood Kingdom that's ruled by undead. As you neared the Black Canton, you were stopped and interrogated by a dwarven Graveslayer patrol led by Veldrin Harmach. And after some interrogation of trying to figure out who you were and what you were trying to do there, you were instructed to go visit with Captain Brogan Bonebasher. When you got into Grisol, which is a large, very well-run keep, where only the upper levels above ground are available to visitors, below ground is restricted to dwarves only. In there, you learned of a couple other potential leads, both a Havard Glimmerstone and a Jarlo Macchioni were given as potential leads as you attempt to discover what the holy robes of Sister Adelind are and where you might find them. You did meet up with Captain Bonebasher at the Dented Tankard, one of the inns there, taverns. And after some discussion, He agreed to help you out by introducing you to Trehild Shardspike after you help him. He let you know that he and two of his companions were headed on a raid into Doresh, which is the western portion of the Blood Kingdom, whose border is nearby, to recover the bodies of their slain brethren. And when we ended, you guys were sleeping overnight. And let me share the map with you just so you get an idea of where you're at. So you're in here in Grisal, and you are going to head east towards Doresh, a couple of days worth, and try to recover the bodies and then get back safely. Heading into enemy territory.
Are we taking wagons or something?
Yeah.
Horses.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I was just gonna drag him over my shoulders. I could take at least 3.
They have been dead
String.
several days.
Their,
They are starting to decompose.
their head and feet would be like dragging
I'll bring
them
a
through,
jar.
though.
All right. So the last time we ended, you guys were taking a long rest, which should have been pushed. Does anybody not have need a long rest pushed? think we pushed it last time.
Yeah.
All right. So you wake up in the morning and it's bright and early. You can hear, the sounds of the keep buzzing and coming to life. And as you get up, you had a really good sleep. It's kind of the first good night's peaceful sleep you've had since you left Zobek. In the morning, as you come down into the inn, you see an odd-looking contraption in the middle of the inn. It looks like this, and it's standing and walking around. And as soon as it sees you, it walks up to each of you, and you notice perched on top of his head are a number of beer steins, and he starts handing them out to everybody.
I take as many as I can hold and more. Like I might even just drop one so I can take another from it.
It's like morning.
He'll just keep giving them until they're all off of his head. And as soon as everybody has at least one beer stein, he takes a finger out, and you notice that the end of his finger is hollow. It's almost like a tube. And he goes to hold it over your beer stein, and beer starts pouring out of his finger. And he fills everybody's glass and urges you to drink. A couple seconds later, the innkeep comes running out, and he starts yelling at it, ordering it to get down to the basement to get refilled, and starts complaining to you about how this thing was costing him money by giving away all these free drinks.
I'll take it.
Can we shove a quarter or a gold piece in his mouth? I don't know.
How much to get it off your hands?
It's not for sale. You see, it actually belongs to my wife. And just shortly thereafter, a dwarven woman comes out, and she starts scolding him, the innkeeper, for disturbing her pet. She chastises him and then offers everybody another round.
Oh yes.
She introduces herself. She says, my name is Ormelda. I am a cleric of the brew. This inn, this tavern, is the publicly accessible portion of my temple. The sacred brewing vats are beneath, where only initiates may enter.
Oh my god, I think I found God, guys.
Yeah, we're never gonna get last call out of this place.
God of the brew. All right, so what do you guys want to do? Anything?
Drink all the beer.
Is it good? We taste it.
It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. That's some of the best you've ever tried.
I'm not all about.
And the innkeeper's in the background grumbling.
And Gorgio, thank you for the resubscribe. 12 whole months. Thank you, sir.
So, what was the answer to Drake's implied question? How are we supposed to get all these bodies back?
You'll find out shortly.
In the keg golem. We just scoop them in.
Yeah, Captain Bonebasher will explain the plan when you meet up with him in the this morning.
So I'm going to trade Laskaw my full mug, actually 2 mugs now, with 2 of his empty ones. And I'm
I
going to
will
go in
accept.
We're going to be
outside a
carrying
little
him
bit.
out of here.
I'm going to say some prayers, blessings over the party, over our travels.
All right. So as you are saying your prayers and sharing a drink and whatnot, you hear the noises outside hush for a little bit, and then some new noises, that almost musical, ritualistic type noises, coming from the center hall of the keep, the center courtyard area.
Well, remedies. Robin bought Robin a random magical item.
All right. Well, then Tarian, while you are drinking your beer, you nearly choke on something. Is there something in the bottom of your glass?
What should be like a
Let's.
staff or something?
Yes, that would be hilarious. So go ahead and give us a roll on that table.
A potion. A potion of
A
water
potion of water, brother.
in your beer.
Cool. We may run into some water at some point.
You never know. All right, so you hear the sounds of something going on in the central courtyard of the keep.
Where is that in compared to where we are?
Just right out the main door. The way the keep is designed, it's laid out. The center courtyard area is largely open, and then all of the buildings and rooms are built around it, kind of like not a circle, but surrounding the entire area, the entire courtyard, and then so everything leads there into the center courtyard.
Okay, I'll wander out there with a full glass in each hand.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
the remnants
I'll
of my
look
breakfast with me.
Okay.
I'm still eating.
Is it bright out there? Is it daylight?
It's early. It's like 7 a.m. So it's
Can-
not super bright, but it is sun.
I'm gonna pull the
Sun is coming
hood
up.
up on my cloak. Try to stay in the shadows, but
All right. So as you get out there, you notice that there in the center of the courtyard, it looks like some kind of ceremony is being conducted. And in the center of the courtyard is this large, like huge, hulking, clockwork creature. It looks like the clockwork thing that you saw in the mechanical creature that you saw in Zobek, except 3 times thicker. It's monstrously massive, and it doesn't seem to be moving. And the clerics are all surrounding it and begin chanting and chanting. And while you're looking at this, Captain Bonebasher kind of comes up to you and says, "You guys are in luck. This doesn't happen very often. You're going to be one of the few dwarves who get to witness this ceremony. You know what
two
you're looking at?"
non-dwarfs. Not exactly. No.
I don't know. Do we?
Robot
Do I?
Wars.
What you're seeing is the creation of a Fellforged. Fellforged are clockwork soldiers that are given a form of life or unlife. They're designed by the dwarves, especially here. We're the only canton that knows the secrets of creating them. And they are given life by binding a wraith within them. And it gives them the ability to track and kill and absorb the power of the undead. They're a great tool in battling the undead. and you get to witness one of them, their creation.
Is it
Give me a
coming with
second.
us?
It is not. And this is kind of what you see.
I guess I don't need to ask my second question. Can I write it then? Because irrelevant.
Well, maybe you can ride it around the courtyard.
Okay, yeah. Can I write it around the courtyard?
You might spill your ales, though. Wow, that's
Oh, I
They
drank
do
them
not
both already.
recommend touching it.
looks a little
As
warm.
as you see the clerics surround it, and one of them brings out like a jar, and when he opens it, a wraith jumps out of the jar as all of the clerics begin chanting, and they seem to bind the wraith and trap it within the body of this clockwork creature. And Captain Bonebasher explains that they are binding him and forcing it to be obedient. He tells you you really don't want to meet one of these out in the wilds, although they are designed for and used as tools to hunt the undead. Some powerful red sisters have discovered ways to remove the binding and allow them to go mad and attack others.
I'm going to
But
ask
for
my
the most
party,
part,
is this slavery?
What size is it? Is it large, huge?
it's medium to large, kind of in D&D terms. It's would be one of the other, depending. But it's very large and intimidating.
It
And
looks cool.
once that whole process is done, this ritual is done, the clerics again begin chanting, and they lead this fell-forged creature down into the keep underground, and so you're not quite sure where they're going from here. Captain Boonbasher says, "All right, that's enough," and he calls over his two companions, Jorik and Delger, that you met, and says, "Are you all ready to go? Jorik,
If you don't-
Delger, did you bring the mules?" As they
Mules.
call out, "Yes, boss." And they bring over 6 mules with tarps and packs on their backs. He says, "It'll take us 2 days travel to get there. It's rough road, rough travel. We're gonna be off road for a considerable amount of it. The mules are gonna be used to carry them back. So, you ready?"
Indeed.
"All right,
Yeah.
let's move out."
Every time I look at
And
Jeremiah, especially when he's like moving his eyes back and forth.
so he turns around and starts walking out, leading the mules along.
I'm going to
And
play a jaunty tune.
you gonna play a tune? All right.
He's
He
probably
looks a little
drunk
annoyed.
too. A little drunk already, probably too.
That's a pretty good roll. He's annoyed. I play the only dwarven tune I know, which is a drinking song, but I play it well.
Aren't all dwarven songs drinking songs?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's a requirement. Gold and beer, I think, are the
Drinking
two
or
themes.
killing. Those are the two.
Yes, killing. Drinking, killing, and yeah, gold. So as you guys are exiting through the gates, you remember the gates were these big, massive stone gates with giant statues. And as you guys are passing through these gates, something is crawling and moving up and over the gates as Quint and Lascaw, you get hit in the back of the head by something. And when you whip around, you realize that there was this tiny little monkey hiding up at the top of the gate, chucking stuff at you, as you have been met and hit by Clyde the Pusillanimous Monkey. Courtesy of Engorgio, I'm assuming.
Thanks, Engorgio. We appreciate the Pooslingen on a Friday night.
Help
It's
slick
good.
the feathers back.
It's good with coffee and Kahlua.
All right, so you guys get heading out, traveling with Captain Bonebrasher, and he is not very talkative. As you guys are going along, Last Cause playing his music. They're trying to handle the mules, and the three dwarves are nearly silent the entire time. Other than Delger, you know, encouraging the animals to go along, and Jorik just kind of humming tunelessly. Um, Bro- Brogan Bonebasher in particular seems to be lost in thought, and really does not try to engage in conversation with any of you at all. Uh, the dwarves lead you and guide you along these narrow trails as you start to head east through the wooded mountain terrain towards the Doreshi border. And all along this trip, you cross these little fast-flowing mountain streams up and down really treacherous slopes um, as you're heading towards your destination. Now, as you get to the first evening, you set up a campfire and get ready to settle down for the evening. Brogan says it's generally not safe to go traveling too much in the dark. Um, the area is full of undead, and they seem to be quite a bit more powerful in the dark. Um, and as you set up your campfire for the evening, you notice Brogan summons the other two dwarves with him and begins to pray. And he starts saying this very long prayer to Kors for their recently fallen comrades and those lost in battle earlier in this year. And as a part of his prayer, he starts to list them off by name, one by one by one. And the list of names is so long that it takes him over 10 straight minutes of prayers to recite them all. Um, so, how do you guys want to set up camp and watch? Your standard watch, or
Yeah, I think we probably set a watch order before, right? We could probably stick with that.
Let's take a look at the order.
it's Lascaw, Terry, and Quint, Blink, and then the unnamed.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds good to me.
and I'm
I'm
sure
going to
the
try to remember all the dwarf names that he listed that are easy to rhyme for a song tomorrow.
There's a lot of them.
we're gonna infuse the dwarves in with our watch. I'm sure.
Yes, and they will definitely take up a watch themselves, as well as watching over the mules. See something here. All right, so the evening passes and no major anything's happened. Let me.
Can I do an insight check on the dwarf that shared watch with me? I just want to see, like, does he hate us or is he just on mission?
Sure, give me a roll. All right, well you kind of interact with him just a little bit, talk with him. He's not real open, but you can tell it's a mixture of things. He doesn't really seem to have any animosity to you. Um, but he does seem very focused and a little nervous. Um, you guys have entered into Doresh, which is part of the Blood Kingdom, and the entire area you could be jumped at any time by undead or who knows what. So he's very focused on the mission that they're here on. Doesn't really seem to care all that much about you in particular, other than the fact that you're helping out.
Rude. All right. Well, I was trying to get a feel if maybe we were sacrifices or bait or something, but he just is on mission. That's fine. I'm
Yeah,
gonna not play music today.
All right. So you go ahead and sleep through the night. Nothing happens during this first night, and on the next day you start traveling again. As you're going through, it's kind of late on the second day when you get to the area where Brogan was leading you. Let me pull that up. And share the map with you. Kind of late on that second day. It's maybe 5 in the evening or so. Um, you reach this large kind of grassy area with several large giant boulders, and you see the several bodies lying on the ground here. There's it looks like 4 or so bodies that are in various stages of damage and decay. Brogan quickly informs you that half of the dwarves that he expected to be here are missing, which is not a good sign. And
Is it the top half or the bottom half? Ooh.
well, there's one half here and the other half here.
He said half the dwarves, like the top half or the bottom half is missing.
He expected the bodies of 8, and there are only 4 here. So he begins urging you to very quickly load the bodies up,
What's
as he and
that?
his men also start loading it up. That's a dead body. They're actually armored, and he looks like he was sitting, like he was injured and sat down and passed away. Now, the area itself reeks. They've been dead for several days, and decomposition and smell has really started to settle in. They've been out exposed to the elements for quite a while, and it's really quite gross.
I want to ask Brogan, like as politely as I can, if he'd be offended if we tied and bound the bodies, just in case.
Yeah, he's totally fine with that. On the packs of the mules, there are various tarps and wrappings that has he packed with him, and so it's he's asking you guys to help load the bodies into these burial shrouds and wrap them up so that they can be transported on the backs of the mules back to Grisall.
Okay, I'm gonna
I would
also
like to
just bind
climb.
their hands and feet though, just in case.
Sure.
I would like to climb up onto the tallest rock that's here, and do my divine sense.
Okay.
And Quint's gonna help
And what's the
with
range
the
on that?
bodies. 60, I think.
Range 60 feet.
Okay, so let's put you on the map. Oh, great. It reset all of their positions.
Okay.
Conga line.
You didn't want us all
You
lined
drug
up
the
like that,
friendlies.
John?
Yeah, I drugged the friendlies. Let me turn off token lock.
If
So
one
we
of the
can all
enemies
move.
has lightning bolt, we're screwed.
Well, I say we just start the conga line. Da 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 da.
That seems offensive to their dead.
We can use the bodies too if they want. I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out.
Also, I'm not following this mule. He keeps kicking me.
Where
It's because you keep
did...
pulling his tail.
That's all I can reach.
I'm telling you, you don't have to lift his tail to see what time it is.
Just making sure they're all on. Okay, so that's the range of your ability. And is that... Okay, it's a duration for end of your next turn.
Correct. Just like a little radar wave. Whoosh. Sonar goes out, tells me, pings anything that's there.
Okay. So you go ahead and use your divine sense. You do not sense any undead at this time, but the bodies are there, and the dwarves begin to start loading them, and they ask you to come and help out with the loading.
As we're loading, I want to ask Brogan if we plan on going after the other bodies that are missing, or if we just plan on returning with the ones that are here.
It's too he explains that it's far too dangerous to go searching unknown locations for the bodies. They could be anywhere. We don't know if they actually are even bodies at this point. They
They
could have been
belong to
eaten.
the Red Sisters.
Morena may have taken them.
I'm going to focus on tying the bodies and wrapping them up. I can't do a whole lot of lifting.
Okay.
Quint can do some lifting.
And as you guys are handling the bodies, the smell is just really awful. So I'm going to have everybody go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, what was that error?
Status indicators.
It's me arguing with my wife. Bad argument number 1.
One for
Oh,
each.
weird.
String expected
character.
got nil.
God no.
Well,
I hate when Robin says that to me.
Maybe it's a clash with RFI and.
well,
when
there
you're-
was multiple extensions that
Try it with the Fantasy Grounds one. All arguments are bad arguments.
because it's status indicators and action save.
Yeah, I'll take a reroll.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It did seem to work, so you're all good there. So it looks like the unnamed and Quint failed their saves. So as you're handling them, you guys are poisoned for the next minute.
Keep your mouths closed, guys. I told you, mouths closed.
The ichor
I'll
squirted
pass
out
them
of its eye and in my mouth.
I'll pass them some clothespins for their noses that I was wearing. So
I got eyeball gel in my mouth. Tastes like a rotten oyster.
Every time Last Call carries a body part by them, he's going to loud enough, just loud enough for them to hear, not the doors, make a perfect mimicry of somebody vomiting that sound.
And as you guys are working, you start to notice that the mules are getting skittish. Could everybody give me a animal handling check rather than doing the request roll? I'm just going to.
Oh, dang. I just married that mule.
You
The
sure
mule
did.
kicks me again.
I throw up on it. Why did I? Oh, I got poisoned.
You're poisoned, so you are not doing so well. And the unnamed, even with
Double nat
disadvantage,
20s.
double
Double
20s.
20s.
Nice.
What were you doing to that mule? Just tell us. Just tell us what you were doing to that mule.
Describe how you
The
calm this
unnamed is
mule.
also known as the ass whisperer.
Oh, God. I think
It's
we
like-
found your
it's
name.
like-
That's
It's
your
like
name.
Kramer, the ass man, the ass whisperer.
Canonically his name now. Change his name, please, DM.
All right.
Ass man.
The ass whisperer. So all right, so you guys are working on them. Kind of, you manage to hold together most of the mules. One of them starts running off because he's skittish and freaked out. And as you guys, you've been there for a little bit, you hear some commotion coming from the south as we have initiative. Everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
I was waiting for the push.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have done that, but I didn't.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. This donkey's standing on my foot.
As you hear some shambling coming from the south.
we hear shambling.
Footsteps and shuffling in the dirt.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. It's just
Yeah, I know that's a bad description. As you see several zombies, and 2 of them they're wearing kind of the same armor that Captain Brogan is wearing, and the other 2 dwarves that are with him. In fact, they look very much like they were his comrades. As the Captain Brogan looks up, he screams, and you see tears pouring down his face as he calls out to his friends, Datrumi and Grotar.
I think
we're
they're.
Gonna go ahead and start.
I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to him, to the Boneman Brogan.
Okay.
As a sign of solidarity, and because I want him to not get psychologically damaged more than he already is.
All right. So Jorik, he notices him first, and he immediately lock tokens, drops the body that he's carrying, and runs out over here to get himself into a defensive position, and then readies an action. This mule is scared and running away. This zombie comes shuffling on up here. Oh no, he has a speed of... And he's going to use the dash action, although it's a very slow dash, as he climbs up this little embankment and heads right towards Jorik.
All right, Tyrion is going to start moving up. He can only get till there. And he's gonna mutter to himself, "Oh, this should make you really angry. Come on, get with it." And he's gonna throw a javelin.
You nail this zombie kind of right in the shoulder, spins him around just a little bit. There's a nice javelin sticking out of his shoulder. Delger, he's going to come running down here.
I'm gonna go over there so I can get a shot on him and try to hit that guy with Eldritch Blast.
All right.
A beautiful alabaster right ear.
That's just...
Yeah, I called dibs on it.
It's fine. I call dibs on the faux sweater.
did you just roll the? Oh, the second save. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, the save for the poison effect.
Okay. Blast of ice cold ale.
But it's
Hits
not a
him.
good one because he doesn't deserve it. It's like it is the chorus light that Sven mentioned earlier. Sorry, the axe whisperer mentioned earlier.
So as I hear them cry out and see the reactions of Brogan, I say a quick prayer to Sif, and I'll use my lay on hands to remove the poison from myself. And then I'm going to move 35 feet. I have my hook in my hand.
Like a pirate?
So if we can
Like-
remove, I'm not able to remove the poison condition.
Oh, gotcha.
Blink is going to move up and then use his action to activate the cannon. Which I
My
will
map is frozen.
put right there. Oh,
Ours
Like I can't.
is moving. So it's on your end.
Did that fix it?
No, let me try close it.
I can't stop laughing at Jeremiah. It's like,
There it goes. You're there, and you're there.
thank you. And the cannon's going to give out some temporary hit points up there.
that 1 gig of upload just messing you up.
I was the image. I don't know. Like I couldn't click on any of the tokens. Nothing was working.
All
Maybe
right.
there's a
some...
tree with a million line of sight points on it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't even have any line of sight, do I? Oh,
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
turn
think
it
so.
on. There.
And then, Blink gives out some temporary hit points with the cannon, and then says, "Hey, Tyrion, did you hear what the zombies were saying about your mom? People are laughing, man."
All right, Captain Bone Basher comes running down here. It's 25. And he can make it to there. The dash action. And this tiny guy, he's shorter than the normal dwarf. And he's carrying this large battle axe. He is going to come up here to Jorik. And then he can't do anything because he had to dash.
Whoa.
This guy is going to run up to Brogan. He's going to run up.
Quint is going to move up here. How tall is this rock?
The rocks are they're large boulders, so they stick up, a good 6-7 feet high.
All right, so Quint's he's gonna fly up there and then take a shot at the Grave Slayer diminutive
All right.
with this bow. I'm sure it's not going to work like I want because I got disadvantage. So
You got double disadvantage because it's daytime.
and I'm poisoned. So I missed and I missed.
Just
And
barely missed too.
I passed my turn.
It's the mules. Skip the mules. All right, this one is a fat zombie. He's gonna run up there. This one apparently is wearing a fake sweater.
The cardigan.
Yeah, you already called dibs on it.
Oh, that one. There's a cardigan too in the group.
It's made out of dwarf beards.
Oh.
He comes running up, and they're trying to. They seem like they're swarming Brogan and these other dwarves. Finally. This one moves to here and targets Brogan and chucks a hand axe at him.
Maybe they're just juggling.
And misses Brogan. Back at the top of the round, Blink.
All right. The only one I can see really well from there. I could move down. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna move down and I'm trying to decide what to do. I'll just take a shot at the one that I can see really easy. So, at Faux Sweater, I've got a good shot at him. So I will use my Clockwork Bolt and take a shot at him.
Okay. That is a hit.
I did not expect it to hit that low, but I guess it did. And so, as a reminder, the bolt sticks in him, and then at the end of his turn, he will take some extra damage.
All right. And that is in Faux Sweater.
Yes. And then the cannon will move up to give Jorik some temporary hit points so that he doesn't get killed by these guys. It's going to go all the way up to there.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Max.
Well, Quint's gonna try to shoot this guy again. Ooh, I hit.
And this time you hit.
It did not apply sneak attack, which it's correctly done, so since I had disadvantage. 7 points.
7 points. And the bolt hit the arrow. You're shooting an arrow.
Yeah.
Longbow. Yeah. The arrow hits him, and he just kind of brushes it away, like he's completely ignoring it.
Do we have trained attack mules? Is that why they're in a combat card?
Just in case they get killed and you have to carry the bodies yourself.
Not gonna happen.
Sacks full of dead body parts.
Maybe I should have left the cannon back there to just give
Partially
him temporary hit
liquid.
points.
Give the mules temporary hit points.
All right. So diminutive. He. One. No, he's not targeting himself. Is targeting Jorik, and he pulls out this really nasty looking battle axe. And the battle axe itself, in addition to looking like the very similar to what they're wielding, the three dwarves, but instead of a kind of a, there's this darkness, this hazy darkness surrounding it as he swings at Jorik. Completely missing, overreached, and then swings back again, and it clanks across Jorik's armor and is just not able to penetrate. Does he only get 2? Yeah, he gets 2 attacks. As this one runs up to Brogan. And tries to do the same thing. He swings this corrupted battle axe at him. And clangs off his armor. Look, they're twins.
There's 3 of them.
And again, they're just having a hard time hitting each other.
I'm just worried that they also have 123 hit points.
Oh no. Pleated amber cardigan. It's amber because it's full with bloody.
Yeah, so this guy is going to attack Brogan, and he swings at him and misses. So now it's Brogan's turn, and he completely ignores the 2 zombies and begins to attack the corrupted Graveslayer right in front of him. He swings his battle axe and also can't hit anything. Spins around a little bit and then swings again and misses. I'm just going to remove the mules because they're annoying. All right. So Jorik tries to stab at the corrupted Graveslayer with his spear that he's carrying. Oh, it was so close to a 20. He reaches out, but these Graveslayers are all wearing chain shirts and or no, what are they wearing? They're all wearing plate mail, and so they're very difficult to hit.
I'm going to kind of go diagonally, and I'm going to use a new spell. Frenzied Bolt. So hopefully it's not too annoying. You direct a bolt of rainbow colors towards a creature of your choice within range. If the bolt hits, the target takes 3d8 damage of a type determined by rolling on a random damage table. If your attack roll, not the adjusted result, was odd, the bolt leaps to a new target of your choice. And then you have to roll another attack roll, and it keeps doing it until you roll even. But if you run out of bad guy targets, it starts hitting good guys.
All right. Well, go ahead and roll the first one.
Yeah, if it misses, which it probably will, because I spent so much time explaining it.
That's pretty fun.
Oh, it
Is there
doesn't
an
have-
actual rollable table for the damage type?
I don't know. I just dragged it to my thing. It doesn't even have an actual roll. It just has the damages. It has 3d8 and 1d10, so I have to just do a spell attack roll. I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast for now because it should be the same.
Oh yeah,
spell
yeah.
DC.
Yep. For the attack roll, yeah.
Oh, it hits, but it doesn't bounce around, so.
Oh, there
Alright.
was a table for the random damage type.
There was.
Ew.
All right, but it doesn't bounce around, sadly. So that's my turn.
So you blast this thing with a rainbow colored force bolt, and it just splatters and sprays Delger and the other zombies behind him with bits and pieces.
Whoops.
Delger also tries stabbing at the zombie with a spear, and he hits. And he is using two hands with his spear, so he is going to do 11 points of damage, sticking that spear right in the zombie's kind of hip area and pushing him back a little bit.
All right, so I'm going to move 20 feet. And I'm going to try to take out this undead dwarf so that his friend doesn't have to be the one to kill him. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Ooh. I would drop the second one.
Even with advantage, you do miss this heavily armored, plated undead dwarf.
All
Of
right.
course,
Alright,
our
so my
pet
hook
Rus
slides
monster
across
when
his
we need
armor.
it.
As I run up behind him, sort of scanning around for the little cannon thing.
All right, I'm gonna come running up here, and as I run, I'm gonna go into my rage. And I'm gonna go after the Graveslayer because I want to help protect Jorik. I feel like I'm stronger than he is, so I'm not gonna rub it in though. I don't want to make him feel bad.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Ouch.
Ooh.
So you do 26 points of damage. Describe that hit. That's a
So with my battle axe, swipe down and I try to go for a weak area in his armor, and I think I like slipped through and hit his neck, and so blood starts spurting out. On me, not on his friend. That's not cool. So.
The token looks like blood squirting out of his neck, too.
yeah. This zombie goes after Delger. He attacks him. Punches him really hard in the face. Doing 3 points of damage to him, slightly wounding him. And then his buddy also tries to punch Delger in the face. Only he misses, and this guy decides he wants to slip around to there and attack the unnamed as he tries to slam into you. And he rolls a crit as his fist is kind of messed up, but his wrist bone is sticking out, and he jabs at you with his wrist bone that's exposed, doing 9 points of damage. And the fake sweater guy, he is actually going to go after Brogan as he slams into him, and it just bounces off his armor, doesn't do anything.
He at the end of his turn, that clockwork bolt opens up, and
Okay.
he takes some extra damage.
All right, go ahead and apply that.
Oh, nice.
As
But he resisted
he
death.
goes down and then pops right back up.
That's a bastard.
All right, where is this guy here? All right, Alabaster Ear, he doesn't like Tarian running up on him, so he turns and tries to slam into Tarian. And misses as Tarian artfully dodges out of the way. And Delger's feeling a little exposed since he's all alone. So he stabs that thing with a spear again. Oop, rolled the wrong one. Doing 5 points of damage. And Diminutive is going to continue to press his attack on Jorik, hitting him for 14 damage.
Ouch.
And a few more necrotic damage, and he goes down. For his second attack, he focuses on Tarian. Swings at him, hitting Tarian. He's holding his battle axe in two hands. Slashing you for a little bit, plus some necrotic damage.
Absorbed like bounty. Quicker picker upper.
Yeah, absorbed by all those cheating temp hit points. Alabaster's turn again is going again after Tarian. Gonna slam into him. This time hitting, connecting for 0 damage. All those temp hit points and absorbing everything.
All right. Looks like Blink is up. And he's got disadvantage thanks to Engorgio. So thanks for that. Let's see if I can take out Faux Sweater finally. So I'm going to take a shot at him. Clockwork Bolt again.
Oh, he dropped,
It dropped
a
to
crit,
20.
but you still hit. So neener. How many dice?
And
Oh, it
Nice.
actually
this
kills
time
him.
he fails to resist death.
All right, and I want to bring the cannon over to the other side because I see the unnamed needs some help, but it's going to take a little while to get there. So I'm going to give Tarian some hit points and then move it back. So I'm just going to pass my turn while I do that.
Okay.
Go a little bit farther down, and I'm going to try Frenzied Bolt again because I'm crazy. Please work. Yes.
That is a hit and an odd.
Yes. All right. So first up, I have Edge Table. lightning damage.
As it fails to resist death.
Critical hit, yes. He gets force.
Whoa.
I explode him a little bit. It's gonna bounce. I guess I'm gonna try to hit the corrupted dwarven graveslayer. I'm running out
Does
of
it bounce
enemies.
again after it hit?
Oh wait, no, that one
with
was
20?
even.
Yeah,
That
it
was even. Yeah, so that's it. I only get to do 2 cool things.
All right, I'm going to try this again. Trying to quell the distaste I have for killing this dwarf. And I'm going to smite him with the smite of smiteness.
Smite him with your hook.
So I presume this should all be automatic. It should add an extra 3d8. So let's see if it works.
It should. Which it did.
All right, so as I slam into this thing, saying a quick prayer, feel the power of Sif come through and slam into him. Not quite taking him out, but hopefully making it easier for him.
You did
Oh, wait
lightly
a minute.
wound him.
It didn't. Oh, it did. Okay. Yeah, he's got a lot of hit points. All right.
Hey. Clint's going to try to take out one of these zombies, and he's going to shoot at Satini Burnsides.
Satiny Burnsides.
Yeah. So he's like trying not to throw up, and squinting in the sun, and it's
Zombies make nice squishy targets with their 8 AC.
he resisted.
As
damn
he
it.
drops down for just a second and pops right back up.
I was
And,
trying to decide what Burnsides were.
I'm gonna get closer to the cannon because I forgot to last round. I'm like, damn it. See if it's doing some healings.
All right.
I'm like,
All
is
right, I
that
don't
thing
like-
healing?
I don't like the both guys coming at me, so I'm gonna go after the guy that looks a little worse off. So this time I'm gonna go after the alabaster ear.
Okay.
We know he's only got 1 hit point, so bust him up. Chop his ear off. All right.
As he also fails to resist death.
I had a
Right,
zombie one
Brogan
time
is
that lasted like 6, 7 rounds. Just kept getting
popping up and down. All right. So he takes a swing at Underhanded Gate. Once. And misses. And twice. And this time he does hit. Swinging with his Blessed Battle Axe. Doing 10 slashing and 5 radiant damage to this creature. Oh, he should have added another 1d6 because the target is undead. So another 3 damage.
going to shout at him that he has bardic inspiration.
Thanks.
The thing
I will remember
everybody
that
always
next
forgets.
round. Did you apply that to him? Yes, you did. I see. Okay.
97 more rounds.
Yep. As he decides he's going to take one swipe at Brogan and miss. And then take one swipe at the unnamed and miss. Foe Sweater is going to come up and target the unnamed because he can't seem to hit this guy Brogan. He can't hit the unnamed either. He keeps trying to punch at everything and just cannot connect.
Foe Sweater is dead.
I meant pleated cardigan. Sorry.
They're very similar patterns, both tartans, so I see.
Yes. Satiny Burnsides is going after Delger, continually slamming at him. And missing. And Tactful Rabid Demeanor.
Foaming at the mouth, but he keeps dabbing at it.
Yes, he is going to try and kick Brogan, and he actually kicks him with his stump of a leg for a whopping 3 points of damage to Brogan. Top of the round.
All right. Let's do the cannon first. So it's going to give out some temporary hit points and then move.
Nice. Ah, that's nice. Thank you.
Head in that direction. And then Blink will move down to there and then shoot a clockwork bolt at the Amber Cardigan.
Ooh.
And hits. Dropped another 20. Jeez.
We need to get you
Why'd
guys
you have
sunglasses.
disadvantage on that one?
Stupid
Because
sunlight.
I have sunlight. Yeah.
That's right.
We just need
Need
to
zinc
travel
and
at night.
sunglasses. Zinc and sunglasses.
But he goes down, so that's good.
All right, I'm gonna go after this Graveslayer next to me.
Did you have a couple guys targeted?
I was gonna say I must have still had the other guy targeted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you hit the Graveslayer.
Okay. He went down, but I still wanted to try to hit him, just not a rebound.
He was already dead anyway, so you just kind of swung through and continued chopping into the
Yeah.
zombie that's laying there.
All right, so I'm going to keep swinging at this one, trying to help out this poor beleaguered dwarf.
Clint's gonna try to get that zombie off of Delgar. We don't need another dwarf going down. Come on, stay dead. All right.
You nail him right in the forehead. He falls back down, tries to get up, and then stays down. All right, corrupted guy is going to take another swipe at the unnamed. And gets a 1. Completely whiffs it, and instead decides he wants to try against Brogan again. And with Brogan, he hits. doing total of 14 damage, of which Brogan only takes 10 because he resisted some of it.
Run over here on my bird legs. And I can't really see anybody. Can I peep out from the side to see the guy?
Yeah. That's fine.
Sorry.
No problem.
I'm basically going to list all the names I remember and say that he's desecrating their memory by attacking his brothers. Oh, he doesn't care. What a jerk.
Yeah, he was the asshole dwarf. All right. Delger is going to run up and try to stab the small guy with his spear. And he's going to miss. He is not prepared for these guys. Captain Brogan is going to continue attacking. First one is a
Bardic
miss.
inspiration.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. I do need reminded on that one. Let's see. He'll have used it on the first one. Let's see if what he would have gotten. 14 still would have missed.
I didn't say it was very inspiring. I just said it was bardic inspiring.
But his second one did hit, doing quite a bit of radiant damage, slamming into this guy. But he's still only not that badly hurt yet.
Heavily.
As this zombie is still doing fine. He's quite rabid at this point. Foaming at the mouth, tactfully. And it looks like he was accidentally targeting himself.
We're okay with that.
Should have been targeting in the unnamed, but he missed the unnamed anyway. All right, Grave Slayer, the short guy, diminutive guy, is going to continue to attempt to attack Tarion with his corrupted battle axe. He swings, hitting Tarion.
+6.
Or
nasty.
Ooh, I'm taking actual damage now. I don't like that.
Uh-oh.
making actual damage. And then for his second hit, he hits again. As you take a little bit more actual damage, it's this necrotic energy from his battle axe is coursing through you.
Okay, I'm going to give some bardic inspiration to Delger. And try to, once again, viciously... Well, actually, that didn't work last time. So this time I'm going to say all the names of the dead dwarves in a sing-song voice, trying to make him laugh with Tasha's hideous laughter and hope that Brogan doesn't smother me in my sleep. Oh, he thought, yeah, I finally got him. He just thinks death's hilarious.
Could you put the spell in the chat?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sharing is
It's
caring.
not a charmed. It just says that if they find it funny. So
Incapacitated.
Wow. All right. Well, he doesn't have anything that would prevent
stop him
that.
from
He's not
being knocked out by my awesome joke about his dead friends.
he finds it hilarious.
All right. Yeah, that's all I need to do. Except put concentration on myself.
All right. Brogan is going to take a couple of swings. Swiping him for 11 more. Or 23 more total.
Finally makes its way over there.
Here comes the cannon. It's finally getting there. Yep, giving out some temporary hit points.
Broken could use some too.
Yes, he can. Ooh, max, nice. And Blink then will take a shot at tactful rabid demeanor.
Ooh,
That's
7.
a hit.
Not a lot of damage, but he's got a clockwork bolt sticking in him now.
All right, Delger is going to use his Bardic Inspiration because I'm fairly certain he's going to miss.
Well, he's got
Without it.
advantage. He's
A
fumbled.
7 plus a 5 is a 12. So he will miss. As diminutive, he's going to...
Be incapacitated?
Yeah, he's going to do nothing but laugh at you all because you can't hurt him.
And he rolls a save at the end of his turn, and he fails it. Nice.
And he fails. Very good. I like that save end.
Yeah.
All right, so bolstered by this little cannon friend coming up, and seeing Blink kill this other one, finally able to hit him. This guy's been pretty tough, so I'm going to use another smite.
Smite on thee.
This is going to be crazy. Smite on a crit.
You always use smite on a crit, don't you? Isn't that a rule? That's like
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Crap.
28 overkill.
The ass whisper. Oh my
51.
god.
You know how long it's going to take us to get to 51 points of damage? Good lord.
So again, he prays to Sif, and there's the holy symbol and his hook glow as he dies. He says, "Find your peace, brother."
As you turn him into hamburger.
Keep
All
pounding
right.
him.
I
Be
don't
at
really.
rest.
I don't really love attacking this incapacitated guy, but I think I'm gonna just because.
Well, there's only one
He's-
zombie left
Yeah,
anyway,
he's
so.
the only guy I see, so I'm gonna try to really get in that weak spot good with my battle axe.
All right. You still hit with.
Why did I roll 2?
Because you had advantage.
Oh,
he's
because
incapacitated.
it's incapacitated, and I still
Oh, and
rolled terribly.
You re-rolled your halfling
Oh.
luck, so
Your halfling luck
Nice.
re-rolled that one.
Nice.
you get a 16.
Awesome.
Oops, I rolled the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I hit him again
Well,
just for fun.
your halfling luck re-rolled the 1 again.
This is where you want the reroll 1.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, right.
All right. So does that end it on him? Because he took damage.
He gets advantage on the saving throw now.
Does he get an immediate save or not till the end of his turn?
Yeah, he gets an immediate save with advantage because he took damage. Sorry.
All right. Go ahead and push the save.
Sorry, I didn't know if that was automatic too. I guess not.
Oh, he
Oh, he-
succeeds.
All right, he's nodding to that. He didn't think that was funny. I've over applied it because I think I have versions of the effect. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you'd only need that one that has all of them in there.
All right, I'll get rid of the others.
Well, Quint's gonna shoot at him. Did you get him? It doesn't matter. I get disadvantage anyways.
Plink,
Oh wait,
right
I
off
want
his
to
armor.
move. I want to move there.
Okay. You scramble down off the boulder.
No, I'm flying.
Oh. You sail off the boulder.
Yeah, I'll put myself at 50.
All right. This zombie is going to attack the unnamed and attempts to headbutt you and smacks his head right into your shield.
Fuck.
And leaves a smear all along the front of your shield as his brains are slowly leaking out.
At the end of his turn, the clockwork bolt goes off.
All right, go ahead. So the bolt explodes in his shoulder. His head's now a bloody mess. His shoulder's got big chunks of it missing.
All right, I'm gonna go after this guy again with my battle axe. Did not do so well.
Okay. Actually, roll that again because he was prone. He hadn't had a chance to stand up yet. So you would have had advantage on that attack roll.
Didn't help.
He missed anyway. Okay. Delger is going to attack him with advantage because he is still prone. And he stabs the ground right next to him. He can't hit
He's
nothing.
got Bardic Inspiration now. Do it, Delger. You can do it.
He used it last round.
Oh no,
he's
I
still
gave
on.
it to Delger this time. Last time
again?
it was broken. Yeah, I'm trying to make friends with the dwarves because I feel bad that I had cheery songs on the way in. I didn't
Alright,
realize this was
gonna
gonna
miss
be.
anyways.
Yeah, 14's going to miss.
So what is 16?
His AC is 18
Oh.
because he's wearing plate mail.
Well, this is more about making friends than actually killing anything.
All right, Jorik is going to take out this zombie. Why does
You
he
mean
roll
Brogan?
3? Yeah, Brogan.
Advantage.
What did he... So it looks like he hit him twice. I think I... Oh, I had him still targeting the Graveslayer. Corrupted Graveslayer. So he's
What's
going to
up,
hit him
Caesar?
twice. Oh, wrong button. Whatever. He resists death. But he's not going to resist that one. And
Die.
he's dead.
All right. Squished the zombie. Ooh. So Quint's gonna take another shot at this schmo.
Are you at ground level or are you flying?
15. Oh, I forgot you had that extension. I just put it on my. I can shoot
Yeah, I
over the
saw
guy,
that.
right? Hit him.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have no trouble from that height.
Yeah. I have trouble
As it
'cause of
pings
this,
off his plate mail.
and I throw up. One of these days I'll be done poison. 5 more rounds.
John, I just got a random magic item from the chat
Oh,
from Caesar.
Caesar.
all right.
Thanks, man.
So you're standing there next to this boulder, and there's a little crack in the boulder. You see something glinting there. Give us a roll on this magic item table.
I feel like that's in character too. Blink would just get distracted during combat and like reach
Ooh.
in and find this shiny
like-
thing.
Like
Bunny
up,
rabbit.
squirrel. Did you get the table? Yeah, there you go.
Potion of force
Eight.
resistance.
Potion of force resistance. Oh, did I ever give Tarian that potion of water breathing?
You didn't. I was just going to ask when there was a break.
Okay. Blink, that should have given it to you.
All right, thanks.
And let me grab. Double check your inventory. There should be.
Yeah, but it's probably not ID'd, so.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
That's why I've been putting them in the party sheet and then just hitting ID and then let them drag it out.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I've got one. Yep. Yeah, it's ID'd. Thanks.
And Tarian.
Because sometimes finding the shit on the character sheet when they don't have everything like categorized is like,
I have it categorized, but you know, in a way that I understand it.
Well, if there's a when you put it on there, it's just a blank line. That's usually what I look for. But I got players that all their shit's blank lines.
Ugh. All right, so you should both have those potions in your inventory now. Blink's
got
running
it.
around.
Thank you. Yep. I'm gonna move down there, and then the cannon's got some temporary hit points for some people, and then I'm gonna take a shot at one guy that's left.
Now he is prone, so you'd give yourself disadvantage.
I
He's
have
got it
disadvantage
anyways.
anyway, so
All right, so it doesn't matter.
Unless you're get double disadvantage.
As it bounces off and the arrow you shot or the bolt you shot slams into Jorik right behind him.
and then a few seconds later opens up and saw blades spin and just chop up his body.
Chop Jorik up.
Yeah, there's more funny dead dwarf names.
As he drops incapacitated and prone.
I mouth the word, well, I can't, I have a beak, so I just kind of go at bone crusher, but I was trying to say sorry, Simon.
All right, so I'm going to move 35 feet.
Damn. Ping, pam, pam.
There he is. And try to finish him off with my hook.
All right.
Little advantage. Nice. Because he's prone.
He's laying there just doing nothing but
All right, I'm going to
laughing,
use a second level just to give it a shot.
Heavily damaging him.
No, he's still laughing though.
Yeah. Nice.
Wouldn't he get advantage on that? Because
Yep, sorry, let me do it again.
yeah, do it one more time just to see.
Wait, how did I do that? Wait.
He failed, so it automatically detargeted. So just yeah, he failed again anyway.
Nice. A 1. It's his turn.
So he
I
is
guess.
incapacitated, so he is going to do nothing. You need to fix the Tasha's Hideous because it has
DC's
save end
14.
Wiz DC number. Should
Oh.
be 14.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know
No,
how
I can
wrote
manually
that.
fix it for now, but you might want to fix the effect on your character sheet.
Sorry about that.
No problem. And he fails.
All right, so I'm going to try to finish the job.
I guess one of the dwarfs' names was Biggest Dickest or something. Just kidding.
So you slam down into this poor, defenseless, prone, laughing, corrupted Graveslayer dwarf.
Defenseless. He's got plague mail on.
Oh, finally doesn't think it's funny.
Ah.
However, I do know a couple other dwarf names. That are also funny.
Jeez.
Wait, that was against Tarian.
Oh, sorry, Terry.
Tyrion thinks it's funny too.
Let me
Tarian
catch
thought
that
it was
against the record.
hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. I'm all about it.
Sorry, I got excited and dragged it out the wrong person. But yeah, they're really funny dwarf names.
Tell them a joke about being beardless.
What if you could see a chin, man? Wouldn't that be wild?
Quinn's gonna take a shot at him. Can't get any worse. Look at that.
Delger is going to attack with advantage, hitting him, putting him into a critical state.
Is there a way for me to push the save with giving him advantage? Do I give myself disadvantage? Like, how does
No,
that work?
I click the advantage button and you push it.
Okay.
So you can just push it now.
Push it real good. Na, 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 na.
So he
Oh.
succeeds.
All right. Cannon's gonna give out some temp hit points.
Okay.
Or not.
Yeah, or not. And then Blink. I'm gonna move up and then try to shocking grasp this dwarf.
Okay.
And since he is wearing metal armor, I have advantage on that, which cancels out my disadvantage.
Well, you're making that's a melee type attack, right? Because it's
Yeah.
a touch thing. So you'd have advantage anyway because he's still prone.
Right.
So it's all canceling.
Yeah, it all can't. It doesn't matter. That was no good.
All right,
Terry.
and I'm
Nearly
gonna
electrocute Delger.
try to get him with my battle axe again.
You slam down into him, and he's still there, still hurt, but. And Brogan, you see, well, none of you can see what he does, but he starts kneeling over this corrupted Graveslayer and starts praying.
Quinn can probably see him.
Yeah, you could probably see him. He's holding a little holy symbol. You're not sure. You think he may be a cleric or a paladin, but you're not really sure. So this guy stands up and sees he is completely surrounded. So he's going to start off
Take the
by...
prone off, or he's
Eeny,
going to have disadvantage.
good idea. So he's going to stand up. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see who he attacks. Roll d4. 1. So he's going to attack Delger with his first attack. And
Ew.
hits him. As he is critically wounded. And decides he wants to follow that up with a second attack. Missing as it scrapes along his shield. All right, let's finish this off.
Yeah, we're trying, John.
There it is. Yes.
There it is. Do 21 more hit points of damage.
No.
Nope.
Not quite. All right, but again, slices into him as I continue to pray.
All right, I'm gonna just keep hacking away at him.
Come on, you can do 10.
You can do 10. That's all it takes.
No.
Oh, should have
Broken.
used my inspiration.
All right, Brogan is done praying.
Can't get there.
He's gonna make it over to there.
All right. Cannon first. And shocking grasp. This guy.
Oh, you got the zombie
You
targeted.
get the wrong one targeted. That was my fault.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, that actually should have been not with this disadvantage, but it hits anyway. So
6 points.
not enough to kill him, but he can't take reactions, so I'll back up.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. So he is going to continue after Delger.
Goodbye, Delger.
Alas, poor Delger. As he gets cleaved in half.
Well, you didn't have to do that, man. He was already dead.
It's okay. He's an NPC. We'll take the
That's
second.
egregious.
We'll let it do the second attack on him.
Well, that wasn't the second attack. That was the necrotic damage portion
Oh,
of the
shit.
first attack. As the
Ouch.
second attack, he's going to go after the unnamed. He's going to swing at him and miss as the unnamed dexterously dodges out of the way.
All right. Trying to shoot him. Not hitting.
All right, I'm going to start off with a second level healing word from my friend the Unnamed. And then I'm going to try to give this guy a beer.
You could have rolled a little lower. Not much, but you could have. He likes the beer.
As he makes his Constitution saving throw. And you miss. Okay.
Choppy chop. 6 points
All
of
right.
damage.
So as
There
I
it
slam
is.
into it
End it.
again,
Ah,
There we go.
double crits in a row. Can I have that
And how many
extension
does
you
that
got?
make tonight? Yeah.
We need to
hit it.
name you so that I can sing songs about you. Though they will just be songs
Yay.
about the Ass Whisperer, possibly.
so I
And
would
with
argue that the necrotic damage shouldn't have been critical. So I want to see if I can stabilize Delgar.
he's an NPC. No, he's
Okay.
dead.
So both dwarves are dead.
Yes, both of them are dead.
Do we have enough mules? The first thing I say after battle stops.
I'll carry a couple back. I can do it.
You
It's
also
2
have a
days
couple
travel.
new
Well,
names for your songs.
if we wait long enough, they'll come back and they can just walk with us. Oh.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
10-minute break. All right. Well, let me start a timer. We're going to do 21:57. And I'm going to put on a slideshow and some pretzel for you guys. So go away, but come back in 9 minutes. All right. See you guys in a little bit. All right, we are back for some more Empire of the Ghouls, a Midgard campaign setting, and DM Matakiri is running us through it. So we're back. Let's do it.
All right. So you guys managed to kill all of them, and immediately Brogan goes over and kneels down at this other dead grave slayer, and he begins saying a prayer as well. You do notice he takes out a little amulet that's was kind of beneath his armor and is holding that as he says this prayer over this body.
Can I
You hear him.
tell?
Go ahead.
Can I tell if it's just like the regular last rites sort of thing, or if is this some sort of uh, thing that will maybe prevent them from turning into undead or anything like that?
Gentle repose.
It is. Give me a religion check. Okay, you think it's just some form of last rites. As he begins his prayer and he begins repeating the names, Delger, Jorik, Detrumi, and Grotar are now added to his list of people um, that he will sing to or sing about. And he urges you all to, all right, we need to hurry. More may be back. They'll probably come in greater numbers. Um, 5 of the mules are still around. One escaped. So you have approximately 8 bodies that he wants to take back. He says each mule can carry 2 bodies, so we're still good on that. But we've got 5, unless one of you wants to go find the 6th.
Quint can go look for the 6.
All right. Try not to be long. It's dangerous out there in the dark.
Oh, is it dark?
It's getting towards evening. You guys got here like right around 5 p.m. So the sun is starting to set,
So
but
Quint's
it's
gonna
not
go
fully
try
dark
to
yet.
pick up its tracks.
All
I
right.
I don't want
Go
Quint
ahead.
to go off by himself, so Blink's gonna go with him.
All right.
Quint's like, I can fly.
You can get a bird's eye view.
No, I'm not going with him.
Can I carry Blink? Get on my
I don't
backpack.
know. How heavy is he?
I don't think he's that heavy. He's a kobold.
Yeah,
And
he's
I,
pretty light.
and I
Yeah,
have
but
a
how much is he
16
carrying?
strength.
I weigh 40 pounds.
Leave your backpack on the mule.
I can stay behind if you're just gonna fly after this thing.
I'm not gonna go far, you know.
Yeah, well, with you flying, you're not really going to need to go far. It's not that
Yeah.
hard for you to pick them out. And uh, give me a survival check with advantage.
Skill, advantage, survival. Oh wait, I'm still poisoned, but there you go.
Yeah, that's plenty. It doesn't take you long, good 5 minutes or so to see where the stupid mule had wandered off to. And it is currently still safe, so you have no trouble getting it to come back. It's a little stubborn and doesn't want to go back towards where the battle just occurred. It's a little skittish, but you're able to get it back.
I give it a carrot.
Yeah.
Carrot it along.
Uh,
Come.
and Captain Brogan turns to each of you and thanks each of you individually for what you've done here. He says, your deeds today will not be forgotten. Um, when we return to Grisall, uh, I have something for you.
Unfortunately, we were
And
not able to keep your friends from the perishing.
That is the unfortunate realities of life here in Grisall. We fight the dead, the undead, every single day. It's a war of attrition, and I'm not sure that we're winning. Every one of ours that we lose is potentially a new soldier of theirs.
Well, perhaps our future deeds will come back to help the dwarves here.
We can only pray it be so. As he continues to clean up, and then you guys head out.
I'm also gonna wipe the blood off my shield.
Okay, that takes you a little extra long because there was a lot of it. That zombie left a long ground-in streak.
I have him just prop it up on one of the rocks, and I blast it with Eldritch Blast. So it's not covered with blood, but now it's sticky.
Right.
I want to ask Brogan, and I'll ask him in Dwarvish because I speak that. Just out of curiosity, if any of us had perished, would you add our names to the song, or is that reserved only for dwarves or members of your religion?
The song is for all those who oppose and fight against the Blood Kingdom and come to the defense of Grisall. So yes, you are here. You were attempting to aid us in our need. So you would have been added to the song. Not all on the song are dwarves, although most are.
Okay, in case we come across another encounter on the way back, that guy's name is definitely the Ass Whisperer.
I will remember this.
Oh, poor Sven.
All right. So it's getting late. You guys head on into the evening and get a good night's rest. Nothing actually happens this evening, so let me push a long rest to you all. And it's going to take another, it took you almost 2 full days to get out to here. It's going to take you another 2 full days to get back. And early on in the trip back, it starts to rain, and the raining, it's kind of a gentle but steady rain, and everything is just soaked and wet and cold and miserable. And you're traveling through most of the day. And it comes to evening as you guys set up camp as you normally do. And let me be all on here. I'm going to remove Jorik and Delger since they're dead.
There's some poisoned effects still lingering too. On Quint
On who?
and who else was poisoned? I think it was just
He used his.
yeah. So, and I could probably. It's dark.
Yeah.
I'll take that off then.
Unlock the tokens, and this is where you guys choose to set up camp for the evening. And there's the campfire going. The area that you can see in the light until Fantasy Grounds Unity gets lighting in a few weeks. The area internally is the bright light area that your campfire casts. The orangish area beyond that is the dim light from the campfire,
You
and
want
then
to push
beyond
that?
that is pitch dark. I guess I should push the map, shouldn't I?
It helps a little bit.
I love that the little question mark waves with the water effect while it's loading the texture of the fire.
That is funny.
Nice
And
job.
oh, thanks. It'll be better, obviously, once they get actual lighting in. I've been playing with the test channel, and it's really nice. It'll make doing stuff like this way easier. So you guys are setting up camp. It's late. It's kind of partway through the first watch, which is last cause watch. The rest of you are resting, sleeping, or otherwise keeping yourselves occupied. And last call, give me a perception check, would you please? All right. So you hold on. Your mules are tethered kind of to the south here in this little clearing down here. And you hear the mules, one of the mules, scream out in terror as
I thought you were gonna say in common. Help me! Help me!
or does it,
Is it the mule we had to chase down? Is the squeamish one? We recognize it.
um, it's one of them, and it screams in terror and in pain.
All right, I'm gonna on my way over there. I'm gonna kick the feet of everybody as it like sticking out of the tent to wake them up, and I'm gonna see if I can see anything from the edge of the campfire.
All right. Do you have dark vision?
Just regular bird vision.
Just regular bird vision. All right. So the area beyond that campfire dim light is dark. You're not able to see anything.
Okay, let's see. Uh, I don't even have a torch.
There's a fire behind you.
No, I mean I was gonna throw a torch. I guess can I throw a piece of lit firewood? See if it.
AKA a torch.
Yeah, an
Uh,
impromptu natural torch.
a log, yeah, it's not going to be quite the same as a torch. I mean, a torch is designed to glow brightly, with the oil-soaked rags and stuff on the end. This is just a log, so it's not going to produce a lot of light, but maybe a little bit.
Did he
So
get any of us awakened?
yeah, he didn't. You say he kicked you all as he went by?
Yeah, I kicked everybody. I'm gonna kick Quint's feet again and say, "Look out there, man! Use your elf eyes."
Quinn's gonna
Wake up!
come out and take a look. 60 feet.
All right. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and lock tokens.
I'm going to turn
As
on my lantern of revealing as well.
okay. As everybody roll for initiative. As you see one of the mules laying down on its side, and it appears to be dead. It's not moving. The other mules are thrashing and kicking at their reins or their leads that are in their mouth. As you see
Oh, they're all dreaming.
what look like a couple of shadows on top of this mule that's dead.
Okay.
Okay, s-
Have we rolled initiative or no?
So everybody should have rolled initiative except for I got to roll for the
And
NPCs.
Quint's gonna whisper as loud as he can without screaming. They appear to be shadows of sorts. They've got one of the mules.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Two
try to cast fairy
arms. Two
fire on him.
arms.
So don't surround him quite yet.
Okay.
And
So Quint, you get to start us off.
well, Quint's gonna kind of get up over the top of this tree a little, pulling out his bow. and knocking an arrow and taking a shot at one of these things to see if he can hit one with an arrow.
Okay.
Ruthless lisp. Twang! Oh.
Arrow flies down and goes right through the shadow and into the mule.
The dead mule?
Yeah, the dead mule.
Does it?
Shadows don't have a whole lot of substance to them, so. But
But the
it hurt the shadow.
But the magic of the bolt hits it.
Yeah, the magic of the bolt does damage to the shadow.
And I
It's
pass
now
my
sticking
turn.
out the body of the
Mule.
mule.
It's like, the mule is dead for sure.
I'm gonna move up here, but I don't really see anything. I my hammer casts some light, but not very far. So, or sorry, not my hammer, my axe. So I'm just gonna move up there, and that's all I'm gonna do right now. Maybe take the
Okay.
dodge action.
The dodge. The dodge.
As
Your
Tyrion passes by
lantern.
me. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say your lantern is what, like this?
30 feet
It's
bright.
30 feet
so
bright and 30 feet dim, so it's total of
Okay.
60. And I have it in
Okay.
the combat tracker. And
I'm just visualizing.
and
Go ahead.
I am as Tyrion runs by, I say a prayer, and this glowing head of a armored halfling appears hovering in front of him.
Thanks.
And then I am going to move up a little bit with my lantern and try looking around as well, checking the camp, see if there's anything that's being shown that's invisible.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'll wait till you're done. I have a question.
Yeah. So Tyrion has his own lineman now.
Yeah, that's super weird. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, did you warn us about this, or does this floating head just like appear in the air and like make freak us all out?
It was due to a prayer I did, so no. But other than that, no. This is the first time I've done this.
All right. Unnamed, as you swing your lantern around, let's see what the. I'm just trying to get the range. 60. Okay. So you swing your lantern around, and you think just for a second that you see something move to the north, but you're not quite 100% sure. But you think you saw something move slightly to the north.
I'll yell out warning. Link, watch yourself. I'm trying to hold it high as I can.
All right. Now, very shortly, sorry. So all of a sudden, Blink and Lascaux, Tyrion, all of you that are within that radius of the light, well, all of you notice immediately that the light, all of the light that you see, just immediately kind of shrinks and diminishes, and the bright light of the campfire is now half of what it was before, and the entire dim area is in darkness now. So Lascaux, Tarian, you're in complete darkness, as well as the unnamed, except you have your light source. But now even your lantern only casts 15 feet of bright and 30 feet of dim, and an additional 15 feet of dim. All the lights seem to dim down for some reason. And flowing from out of the darkness, something sneaks out and appears right next to Blink as it slides out of the trees.
That thing again? Damn it!
Hello, darkness, my
It's
old
following
friend.
us. Damn it!
You didn't get it. As he sneaks up right into Blink, and he attacks Blink.
Oh, it's the lantern of revealing probably nails him though, doesn't it?
The Lantern of Revealing should get him now. He should be able to see, but it only uncovers invisible. Right? I mean, that's its special thing is.
Oh, is
you
it
can't-
invisible? Oh, okay.
It's invisibility. So
Not-
this thing
Not hidden.
swipes at you with his necrotic, shadowy claws, doing 8 points of damage, and your strength is reduced by 2. And then he attacks you again. And this time he misses. And then he is going to... that's all he's going to do. Use his... Now this guy is going to run up right onto the unnamed, who is in complete darkness.
I'm in bright light.
Yeah, that's right. Your lantern, it's not a cone. That's correct. You are in bright light. Sorry. As he comes up behind you, swings at you and misses.
Broken.
And not add Brogan. Brogan's there. Yeah, Brogan, he gets up and he starts to realize what's going on. And he is most concerned about this thing over here. So he rushes up and attacks the Overshadow. Hitting it.
Some radiant.
Slashing at it for 7 points of damage. And
He could have rolled lower.
he could have just a little bit.
Jeez. He's not awake
right.
yet.
Blink can see this thing in front of him. He can see that there's like, because he can see into the, well, I guess the shadow came into the light, but, he sees all these shadow things attacking us, and he figures maybe daylight will do something. So he pulls out his drift globe and casts the daylight spell with it.
Ah, nice.
Nice. Very nice.
So I don't know if that will actually have any effect on these guys, but there we go. And that takes his action. So that's it. That's all he does.
Okay, I am going to cast Fairy Fire where I think the needy, ruthless Lisp guy is.
Okay. You're just kind of... Well, can you target that? Usually it says something like a space you can see. And that area is in darkness right now.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let me see what it says.
Well, if his daylight does 60 and 60, it would normally be 120.
Oh, 60 and
so
60? Yeah, that's...
So it'd be half that? Or
Yeah,
does
it
that
would be half that.
stronger than whatever he's doing?
No, it would be full strength right now. That's
So it's like right on the edge of the daylight spell.
well, it would be within the dim light portion.
So he could see it, anyways.
It was another
Yeah.
60 feet after that.
Yeah.
And it's just a 20-foot cube, so I don't have to target super precise. I'm basically throwing a grenade where I think he is.
Yeah, you can target it.
Yes.
As he glows brightly.
All right, and as a bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Blink.
Oh, I feel so inspired.
And duck into this tent real quick for a nap.
Don't be stepping on my bag.
There must be beer in there.
Boots are all wet from the rain, muddy.
Nice. Walking on my bedroll.
Lasco is
Crow
like
feet.
afraid of the dark because he's a raven and he thinks he disappears in the dark. He's afraid of being invisible. This is his greatest fear.
Transparent. He's afraid of being transparent.
All right, so this guy is very fired. And he's going to run up to there. Actually, no, he's going to run up one more because Quint is flying in the air.
Which extension gives the height?
The height extension.
Oh, okay. I need to get that. Or do I have it?
I have it on my list of extensions that I use, if you want that.
Who's on first?
Is it core or is it just 5e?
It is core, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's core. Let me give the link here in chat. This is the link of my extensions that I use for my games, including the height one. All right.
It's
so
super
this,
useful, FYI.
there's a lot of good ones on there. I try to curate it to be the ones that actually work well with each other. Not always, but in general, I try to.
Got it.
All right, and this thing attacks Tyrion, who's shakes it off because of their bonus stat, that barbarian resistance.
So those guys don't have like disadvantage because they're in daylight or anything like that. I have no idea as a player either.
No, because it's specifically sunlight, and the daylight spell doesn't produce sunlight. It's one of those wording things.
I guess I'm not affected by that either then with my sunlight sensitivity.
Nope.
Oh.
That would have
It's
been
bright
hilarious. You light it up and you're just like, oh god.
Well, that's kind of what I assumed, and I was gonna do that. But yeah, I guess I didn't really think about it. The sunlight versus daylight.
You and Quint
issue.
are not affected by it.
But at least we can see them, which is super great.
It's fluorescent light, not sunlight.
Yeah. As the unnamed dodges out of the way of this shadow blink.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna use my action to summon the cannon. Yeah. I'm actually going to yeah. I'm still gonna summon the cannon and do the temporary hit points thing. There we go. I'll put it there right now and give some temporary hit points to a couple of us, and then I'll be done.
All right. So this thing targets Brogan and attacks him. Misses. And misses again.
All right. Time for my new favorite spell, Frenzied Bolt. Ooh, and it's odd. Sweet.
Oh, I got it.
For some reason, poison damage.
Hold on. One
Oh,
second.
sorry. I was just targeting the other guy, but it misses, so it ends anyway.
That was Needy Ruthless Lisp. As how much did that exceeds by 1? So he did not go down because he's actually immune to poison damage.
Oh, what a waste of spell. Sorry, guys. Is there a way for me to code that, or would I just have to make 10 different damages?
Yeah, you would make 10 different damage rolls, one for each type, and then roll on the table and then just click the one that's the appropriate type.
Okay.
All right, Brogan continues to bash at this thing. And doing a second attack that misses.
I'm gonna move away.
Okay.
Just on the board because your extension doesn't know I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna take a longbow shot at Mr. Glowy right there, and stick him with an arrow. He's not immune to that.
Nope, he is not immune to that.
I'll just move myself back where I was.
All right. I'm gonna come over and go after the guy with the supportive stride. These guys, I've seen enough that I'm just kind of angry, and I'm gonna rage. Good thing I get to reroll. And then I'm gonna let's see. I only did how much movement? Did I just do 5? I think.
Yeah, just a 5-foot step.
So I'm gonna move up here too. I can move through the tent, right? I'll run through it.
Yeah. You're
I mean,
short.
if you want, I can go around it.
Nah,
Trampling on
go and
everyone's
crawl
bedrolls.
through the tent. Yeah.
Yeah, just kicking
Everybody
over
will have
stuff.
muddy bedrolls,
Yeah.
muddy sleeping bags.
Well, I think that's where I was sleeping, so part of this muddy stuff is mine.
I'm going to move up and try to smack him.
Okay.
Overshadow.
So you hit. It's a
And
nice
I'm going
big
to smack
target.
it with a schmite.
A Sif Schmite.
Schmite thee. Ew.
As you hit it, it partially resists a little bit, but it's vulnerable to some of it and takes a lot extra damage.
Nice, 36. Awesome. All right, so as I'm running up, got the lantern in my buckler hand, and as I pray, hook glows and slams into it.
Well, Quint's gonna take a shot at it.
It's out in the bright light. Maybe a little too bright for you.
I'm like, I can't see. It's too bright. And he's gonna move over on this tree over here. That's it.
Okay.
Trying to see if there's anything else out there.
Nice,
Too.
okay.
So you hit it again. Is this thing going to survive?
I'm also
Nope.
going to continue my prayer.
Some divine spit. Ouch. Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Why did it do so much? Oh, I had it twice. I didn't take it away last time. Shouldn't it be a one-time thing?
It should, yeah.
7, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Okay, so yeah, if you take off the last 11, 14,
28.
so
Oh,
28, the
It
last
still
28.
died. It still died.
He still died by 4. Dropping 28, and he still died by 4.
I see what's wrong with it. It doesn't have roll on it, so I'll fix it.
All right. Well,
Nice.
that was way too easy.
Where was that when we were in the cave? Right.
Well, you've
I
all
wasn't
gained
a
a
Forgot
level,
that
paladin.
right?
class.
We all look at the
Paladin.
unnamed. It's like, what the hell? Like, why didn't you do that last time?
And Captain Brogan looks disgusted down at this thing and says, have you seen this thing before?
No.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, it's probably not the same one we saw before, right?
Could it be?
No.
I hate these things. Shadows are the worst. They drain you and drain you and drain you, and then you become one. He slams it a few more times with his battle axe, chopping it
Well,
into little shadow chunks.
we better go, like, make sure the mule doesn't wake up as a shadow. Hee-haw, hee-haw.
You go over and check out the mule. It is definitely dead. And Brogan tells you that we need to do some radiant damage to it to ensure it doesn't come back as a shadow, because it would.
I just
In the
keep
middle of the
shooting
night.
frenzied bolt at it, hoping it shows it. No, I'm just kidding.
His axe does radiant damage, so he can slaughter the mule.
Nice.
So now we have 5 mules and 8 bodies. So
We're
don't
still
lose any
doing
more
okay.
mules. We're still all right on the hauling. All right.
Next time we camp, let's keep the mules a little closer.
No
You'll be
kidding.
back in Grisol by the next evening. This will be the last camp.
We were going to have Nameless sleep with the mules. He's the whisperer.
We also need to use these lantern. We need to make sure we have enough oil and keep it burning when we're traveling like this.
It uses 1 flask
6 hours.
for 6 hours, yeah. It's a long burning lantern for that bright. All right, so you guys have returned back to Grisol. You have another long day of travel through the wet, the rain, but Captain Brogan is able to guide you guys back safely to Grisol. And the keep seems busy as it was before. There's constantly people going, back and forth prepping, and you do see a lot of people who look to be refugees of some kind. And Quint, you can tell some of them look like they're wearing Krakowian clothing, and they don't look like they're in very good shape. Captain Brogan says he needs to see to getting his comrades interned, but by tomorrow he'd like to see you again and asks you to visit him again at the same tavern that you met him last time.
I don't know.
Leads the
Can
mules off.
Lascaux find it?
It's my new
got a-
church, man.
He's got it tattooed on his beak. It's like a map right there on his beak. So Quint's going to question these refugees and see if they've heard any word of the royal family.
You talk to them, and none of them know where the royal family is. They have heard that they're still alive. They're still out there fighting the good fight. But they keep their location fairly well hidden because they don't. They're being targeted by King Lucian.
Are any of the refugees mice?
Yes, one of them is. What would you like to ask that mice?
Well, I will inform him that I am a mouse. I am of mice, I guess you would say.
Of mice of men? So yeah, he pulls you aside, and he'll talk to you. What do you want to ask him?
Um, Let me think on that.
Okay.
I thought
Anyone
our
else want to
rodent.
do anything?
I thought our rodent character died.
Party already took care of its rodent problem.
I'm a rebel, though. A mouse rebel. A mice rebel.
Yeah, we'll get to that when you have some questions you want to ask. Anyone else want to do anything? You've got 24 hours before Brogan wants to meet up with you.
Lascaux legitimately does want to find out more about this beer god. Because it never hurts to have a god in your corner, and that might be the only one that would like Lascaux.
All right. Anything in particular you want to?
Like, is it even possible to convert down the line? Like, what could he do to make this god happy?
The god focuses like exclusively on making and drinking really, really good beer.
I'm going to have to fine tune Eldritch Blast, so I'm only doing craft beers out of it instead of this Busch Light thing.
Let me see if I can find. I have a list here.
Belgian
I'll have
triples only. Very heavy.
I'll need to look it up. I have it here somewhere, but
Oh yeah, it's
yeah,
just flavor. It's not like pressing. It's just
Yeah.
like his whole goal in life now is to get one of those keg bots. That's the only thing he wants is a keg bot, and he thinks that maybe getting more information about the religion will help that.
the keg golem. Yeah. Just as a reminder, there were 2 other names that you were given of people you might want to contact while you're here. The first one was given as Havard Glimmerstone, who was a dwarf who also leads patrols, and you were given the name of a cleric Ajarlo Macchioni as someone who might know about the robes of Sister Adelind.
Did we know where to find those people, or were we just given names?
You were just given their names. You asked around kind of where they might be. You did hear that Havard tends to spend his time in the barracks when he's not out on patrol. And Ajarlo, he kind of comes and goes. He's a human priest. He's not a dwarf. But he kind of comes and goes and visits with people. He's amongst the refugees quite a bit, as well as, attending services and whatnot.
All right, I'll try to find him because I don't like military types as much.
Okay. It doesn't take you all that long, maybe 20 minutes of searching and asking around to find this guy. And here is what he looks like. Quite a handsome guy. And he bows to you and introduces himself as Ajarlo Macchioni. What can I do for you?
Is my party with me, or is this just me? Am I out here on my own?
I'll go with you.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're here on a mission from Rava, actually. Special. We're looking for some vestments, right? What was it, cloak?
Oh, the holy robes of Sister
Robes.
Adelaide.
All right, yeah. We wanted the bustier of Sister Adam.
Adelind, yes. Yes. She was an important one. A very important one. You say you're from on a mission from Rava. Are you from Zobek then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Born and bred, I guess you'd say.
How is the city?
Bizarre.
It's been many years since I've had the pleasure of traveling there.
Oh, the inns are still great. And most of the places, if you start a bar brawl, as long as you don't damage the innkeeper or any of the kegs, they don't really care. Like a month later.
Excellent, excellent. I didn't have the opportunity to visit too many of the taverns when I was last there, but I did learn a little bit of this Sister Adelind. She was quite brave, um, and a martyr. Are you aware of the story of Sister Adelind?
Sadly, I would like to hear your version of it. Actually, no, I have my own version, but it's just nice to hear everybody's personal version.
Caw.
Ah, well, Sister Adelind, she fought quite bravely against the incursion of the insidious vampires of the Blood Kingdom. She led a group of women, Valkyries, who fought against them, and she led them in a massive battle near where was it? Jarosberg, which is formerly part of Cracovia. And unfortunately, she passed in a battle against a particularly vicious vampire. I'm not really sure what happened to her robe, but her body was recovered, and I was able to obtain. You're actually quite lucky. I happen to have been able to obtain a small relic of her. Are you interested in such a relic?
Yes, very much,
Of
please.
course.
Come with me. And he takes you over, and he says, I'm not one to share this typically, but you seem like a guy I can trust. And this is, you are on a mission from Rava, and we must trust the gods. They give us missions, and we must believe in them. But this holy relic that I have is actually a finger bone of Sister Adelind. And I can. He pauses for a second. I suppose I could part with it for 500 gold.
Can I do an insight check to see if I'm getting sold some
Sure.
Catholic nonsense?
Give me an insight check.
Oof.
Well, your insight was better than your deception.
So I'm there too. I'd like to do an insight check as well.
Okay. And Tarian's a little more pragmatic and kind of sees through this guy. This guy, you get the impression he's not quite telling the truth. He seems to be holding something back about this bone, this finger bone that he claims to have.
Which finger?
This was from her ring finger, where she was a shield maiden of Sif, and she wore a ring celebrating her devotion to Sif, and this was the ring finger that I've kept.
And how is this supposed to help us?
I was just going to say no.
We're searching
okay.
for holy relics of Sister Adelind. I assume this would be of interest to you.
This
Are you
is
with them, unnamed?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
I'll probably come in an hour later and ask if he has any bones that he can sell us. He opens up a box full of bones. Oh yeah, I've got one right here.
Well, I'm
quite a
definitely
collection.
interested in relics, but I don't have all that money with me. My party might have it. Would you come back to the inn we're staying at? Then we can pool our resources.
I would be happy to meet with you later. Where are you staying?
At the Cool Inn, where they have beer all the time and there's a robot.
Cool Inn with the dented tankard. Yes. The keg golem. Such a lovely device. Would you like to meet there this evening?
Well, I'm going to be there anyway, so yes.
All right. I'll meet you there for dinner, and we can discuss, and you can examine this holy relic that I have, and if you find it to your liking, I'd be happy to part with it for as I said, 500 gold.
Well, thank you, and thank you for agreeing to meet with us. And I apologize for not carrying around 500 gold on me in a strange town.
Oh, think nothing of it. Think nothing of it. Now I will return and continue my duties with the refugees. They are in desperate need.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Lascaux that I am skeptical of this guy and what he's trying to sell us.
You don't trust somebody who just sells body parts in the street?
No,
You're not. You're just
it's a little sketchy.
like I bought a lot of bones in the street from random people, and he seemed okay about it.
Got a cloak. Hey, want to buy a bone?
So Glenn wants to ask if these if the mice know where the dark wedding is supposed to take place.
The dark wedding. He looks confused. He's not sure that he's ever heard that phrase. What do you mean by the dark wedding? Who's getting married?
Well, the leader of the Ghoul uprising.
Who's he getting married to? Who is the
Not
leader?
sure.
Yeah, do you know who the leader is?
That is not to be we have not discovered that yet either. That's why.
Ah. No, unfortunately, I'm unfamiliar with that that bit of information.
Because we're supposed to recover the holy robes and use it to stop the dark wedding that then defeat the leader of the Ghoul uprising. So.
Yep.
But we don't know any of those, so we have
Do you
to
think
find
the
some
holy robes
to
are
do
just a
so.
white dress and we wear it to the wedding too, and then it's just a whole thing?
Could be. Could be.
So this was the little map I showed you earlier of the Blood Kingdom. You guys are here at Grisall there. And the Yarrowsburg that I mentioned, which is where the battle took place with, what is over here. That's where Sister Adelind supposedly died in battle, according to this guy, and Antonio or whatever his name is.
Well, he was probably, that part was probably true because he was sharing the thing that everybody knew, I'm guessing. So.
And then the capital of Krakova is all the way up here.
I think this is the castle, though, isn't it?
Which castle?
Is it
Tannenberg?
the Tannenberg Castle?
Yeah, well, there's a number of castles.
Well, the Krakowian castle that Quint was at, I think, is the Tannenberg. When the ghouls came up out of the basement, you know.
Right. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yes, Tannenberg Castle.
Yeah. So that's where Quint is from.
Yeah.
Can't point at it. Damn it! Ah!
There. All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
Yeah. So the I already forgot the name of it. The big clockwork thing that we saw that they put a
Spellforged?
yeah, that thing. So Blink has seen a lot of clockwork devices and technology in his time at Zobek, and studied a bit of it. So he's interested in this. He would assume that it's probably they're not just going to share whatever the secrets of this are with him, but he'd like to just go and try to learn about it if he can, either maybe find a priest who's willing to talk to him about it, or just maybe see if there's a library in the city that has some more information.
Okay. You ask around, and the priests are very reluctant to discuss the actual making process, the specific binding spells and stuff that are used. You do get a kind of a high level overview of the process. That essentially what it is it's taking a very carefully constructed clockwork, being, but one that doesn't have life in it already, and it's imbued with the essence of a wraith to give it animation and life, and then it's used to kill and absorb the essence of other undead as it's released out into the blood kingdom. When it returns, or when they're recaptured, then they're melted down, which utterly destroys the essence of any of the undead that it's killed and absorbed during its time. You do hear the name, though, several times of Trehild would be the absolute expert on it.
Is that somebody that I can talk to?
Treadhill's Shardspike is the Dwarven female that's a few levels down that we're supposed to go see.
Yeah, she's the one that Brogan was going to introduce you to.
Ah, great.
Now that you helped him out.
Then,
she's kind of the local sage on all things undead.
Then I guess I will hold further questions until we talk to her.
And the unnamed just wants to go to the temple of Grajava, the Shield Maiden, and since that's the only people he knows, he's just gonna ask around and see, has there been any talk of a blue dragon that showed up here within the last month, um, looking for anything, or an emissary from that kingdom that showed up?
There's been no blue dragons that have shown up. There was an emissary from the Marodi Empire that arrived about 2 weeks ago. He had been he claimed that he was visiting a number of the cantons, and he was asking around uh, looking for someone, and nobody here knew who it was. Do you know who this is?
We saw one in the city we left. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but my character would. Um, so I was just
Zobek.
curious. This is the first time I had ever seen one like that. I was just curious if the story they were telling was true, because we heard the same thing. And when he arrived at Zobek, was that before or after he arrived here? I'm not sure the timeline that we're dealing with.
So based on the travel that you did, he arrived. Well, they don't describe it as a blue dragon, right? It's just an
Right, the
emissary of
emissary.
the Maroti. Arrived probably. Let's think of the travel timeline. It would have been before. Well, yeah, it would have been quite a bit faster. Uh, it would it would have been after you were in Zobek, while you guys were in Zobek, and then it arrived here. The
So
emissary
it arrived here after Zobek.
after
So it looks
Zobek.
like
Yes,
if it's the same emissary, it's traveling north.
it does appear that way. Yeah,
Okay.
or at least it, from what it told them, it was visiting all of the cantons.
All right, that's all I'm looking to do.
Okay. Anyone else?
Were we supposed to get paid for bringing these bodies back?
Not in cash, but he will have something for you the next day, and then he'll take you to Trehild.
Free breakfast.
Yes, free beer.
An Irish breakfast, some
Yeah, it's a
blood
continental
pudding,
breakfast.
blood sausage, and
So you can pour your ale over your cereal.
And we are on the top of the hour, so this is a good spot to wrap it up for tonight.
cool.
Good, thanks, Jen.
Yeah, thank you. Good times. So there
Yes,
you
sir.
have it. Empire of the Ghouls, session 12 in the bag. In 2 weeks, we'll be back doing this again. But tomorrow night, over on Rob 2E stream, a few of us are playing Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. I'll be DMing over there. If you guys want to join us over there, you can. There's Rob's Twitch information right there. If you want to click that and follow him, I'll be DMing over there. And 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be starting that game for 3 hours. Sunday, I am not running against the Giants. However, at 9 o'clock on All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show, I will be co-hosting with Rob. So if you guys want to come over there and just shoot the crap with us, there's Rob's information again. And then Tuesday, right here, we'll be playing Princes of the Apocalypse, 8 o'clock Eastern. And Thursday, maybe over on Marbania's stream, we'll be doing Deadlands. And then back here on Friday for a month hiatus, we have not done Jungles of Chult. And we have a new player that needs some poop thrown at him, and Gorgio is joining us on Friday with some Chult action. And then a repeat, rinse and repeat, and do it all over again. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna go raid Rob since he's in the network, and
Appreciate your hard
so
work, Drake.
yeah,
Thanks.
say goodbye to everybody in the chat.
Bye, chat.
as we're gonna start a raid here. So we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see you guys around.